Pine Creek Canyon, one of my favorite places in Red Rock. When my friend Devin told me that he was going to go work on his project in Pine Creek on a Saturday morning in April, I was intrigued. When he told me that he was going to get there at 6 a.m., I thought he was crazy. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I shouldn't miss the chance to go out there with him. Devin has done the V9 on that boulder probably more than anyone. And even if I didn't jump on it, I would at least get to see Devin and his friends work some moves, and I could record some pretty cool stuff. So I got up early to meet him there, and I'm really glad I did. The desert is bursting with green at the moment, benefiting from all of the recent rain. I've honestly never seen it this beautiful. In this video, I want to share some of Brett and Connor's attempts on the V9, and Devin will chime in on his thoughts and progress on the V11 that connects into the V9. If you've looked up videos of this boulder, I'm sure you've seen this one angle, and that's because it's one of the only places to set up your phone. I just feel like it doesn't tell the whole story.
Yeah, Brett.
What I'm hoping to accomplish in this video is show you guys other angles of this boulder. And at this point, I want to turn it over to Devin, who will tell us more about Jabberwocky V9. And later in the video, he'll give us his thoughts on the V11 that he's been projecting for a while now. Enjoy.
So the original line at this boulder is Jabberwocky V9, which I think is one of the best at the grade for Red Rock. It is kind of a tough hike, but a lot of fun. Kind of needs about 5 to 6 pads to be comfortable just because of some big rocks underneath the landing, but would highly recommend the V9 and even the V11, even though it's given me quite a bit of trouble. It starts with a kind of uncomfortable left-hand hold. It's a pocket that I kind of get like a bird beak and shove 3 fingers into it, like a Gaston, and your right hand is on a small edge down pulling. You get your right foot really high, and you basically create tension just between your left hand and your right foot. In a deep lock off, you release the right hand and throw up to a good edge. From there you throw to a left hand pinch that's a big jug, and a big move up to a sloper, and you can either grab it like a sloper, or if you go a little bit high, there's a little crimp edge on it. And you set a toe hook, come in left hand to a nice edge, and then you have to do this tough shoulder move where you go outright and grab a Gaston. And that move you can kind of drop it sometimes because if you don't slot your fingers in correctly, it's not really that great. So you get that Gaston and then come into a really big hold undercling. And from there you step up, grab this sloper, but it's got a nice thumb catch on it. At this point you should really finish the boulder, but you just have to create tension a little bit with your feet and not swing out, and you probably shouldn't fall. But you get your left foot up onto the sloper, get a little bit of a knee scum. Some people can actually get a knee bar where they slot their knee in really, really secure. Then you bump your left hand out to a jug undercling, swap feet, come right hand to an edge, and then you match that edge and do a couple more moves where you jump up to some good flakes and then traverse outright to top out the boulder. It's really fun, really gymnastic, feels like you're climbing in a gym with all pretty good holds. Very good V9 for Red Rock. I think this one probably feels a little bit firm at the grade for V9, definitely not V10, but it's a pretty tough boulder that I know quite a bit of people have had a little bit of issues with it just because of the tough first move and then having to create tension through the rest of the boulder. You really can't relax until you're standing up on the slab, topping out the final little bit.
Yeah, dude. Come on. Yeah.
Fight, Brett, breathe. So Brett was also working on this boulder. He was trying the V9 along with Connor. Brett was crushing the first move, second move, which is pretty tough, little sequence. And then he was kind of missing that precise Gaston mail slot, which that move is kind of the red point crux of the boulder. And it's a very, very difficult spot to fall at because you've done most of the hard climbing And then that spot is just a spot where you really need to keep it together and create a lot of tension through your feet and do like an iron cross. Same thing with Connor. He was making some great links at the start, really getting after it, and made a lot of progress on the couple sessions that he worked on it.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Come on. No freaking way.
Keep going.
Come on. Ah! Yeah. I got too excited. You're right. You kind of gripped off, but that was sick, man. Fuck yeah. Yeah, dude. What?
It's always really hard to judge the difficulty of a boulder when looking at beta videos, but I can confirm that this thing is hard. It's just so powerful. You're going big on a lot of the moves and it gets very tiring. I don't have video of me on the start, but just look at how crazy that first move is. Mad respect to anyone that sent this thing. I'm going to turn it back to Devin on the V11 Direct, but first here's his best go from that day.
Come on.
Come on, dude.
Good. Excellent. No! Oh my God.
So the name of this climb is Jabberwocky Direct. It's a direct start to the V9. It's a pretty sweet problem. It's been pretty hard for me, and it starts with a pretty thrutchy move where you throw left hand up to a really small pinch, and then you post your right foot underneath you, and then come into a good right hand edge. And then you sink back on the heel toe cam with the left foot, and then come into a left pinch. That's quite good. I've tried it a handful of times over the past couple of years. Today, unfortunately, it was just a little bit too warm and actually cut my finger a few times on the start hold, which is really, really sharp. And wasn't able to finish it, but had some really good links and felt pretty psyched on the progress.
Okay, that's going to do it for this video. If you made it this far, thank you. Hopefully you found it useful. I had a lot of fun making this video. I'm going to train really hard this summer in the gym, and hopefully I can make some moves on this thing next year. I've only been on 2 V9s in my life, this one and Bitch Slap, and I must say this one feels a lot harder, so I really want to train for it and see how it goes next year. As always, thank you for watching. Big shout out to Devin, Brett, and Connor who were there with me that day. And like, subscribe, all that other stuff, and I will see you in the gym. Peace.